What's up? It's your boy Stephen McCoy, and you are listening to Spoken in Sessions. And today's guest is the legendary queen of the dance hall, LadySaw. She's here to promote her new album, Alter Ego.
Hi.
How are you? How are you?
I'm beautiful. I'm happy. I'm blessed. Everything is fine, so all is well. Excellent.
That's great. It's such an honor to have you on because, I can tell you, me and my family, we all, boogie down to your record at the cookout and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's great, yeah.
Thank you.
It's been since your last album came out in 2010. Where have you been? Why is that?
Well, that album was my first project, working on an album, it was my label. I thought it was either my Divas Records or All Production. Both are my labels, but that was my first,
independent
trial run. Yeah, that was my first trial run. I didn't do much promotion or anything on that one. This one here is a masterpiece, though. This one is my second independent album. It's on the Divas Records, my label. It has Flo Rida on it. Estelle is on it with me. Barrett Fodamon is on it with me. And Holly from UB40 is also on there. It's a clean album. It's a family album. It has gospel, lovers rock, like laid back reggae, dancehall. It has a little jazz. It has jazz and blues and a little pop, a little, rapping, semi-rapping. It's good. For any album sold, like every album sold, half of it, the money will go back to LadySaw Foundation for abused women and children. Oh, it's a beautiful, it's a good album.
All the proceeds will go to...
Well, half of it will go because I've been spending money on it. It's been in the work for over 3 years. Like, at first I record the album and then I lose some files, so I couldn't get to mix them. And I had to go back in studio, redo other things, And then I got, Estelle came on board last minute, Flo Rida also came on board. So, good. Sometimes, things happen, but you don't know it for what. So, it's good reason why.
Right.
So, it took a while, so I ended up spending a whole lot of money on it. It's all my money. So I'm giving half of it to the foundation, and then, you pay all this money to the other half.
Right.
Cover back some bills,
Right. So what inspired you to be a part of that foundation?
Okay, I've been through a lot of abuse, as a child and as a teenager. First, I was like, my dad, he really physically abused us, the children, and my mom. And, I'm writing an autobiography, and a lot of that is in there, and it gets emotional. Sometimes I have to stop. Also, when I left St. Mary, because I grew up in the country, a parish called St. Mary, a small district called Galena. I don't know anything about violence and rape and, all that. All I know is my dad beat the hell out of us. But when I went to Kingston, I've been through some things. I experienced some things that no young girl should experience and still be living, like still be standing right now. I should have been a mad woman or a mad teenager or die from them times, but I struggled and I fight through it. I took music, that's where my love was, and I decided that I'm going to be famous. I'm going to make money, take my mom and my family out of the ghettos, and I start traveling from the ghetto to other studios, in like different parts of Kingston, and that's when I start recording and stuff. So I remember when I was growing up, a lot of young girls like myself at the time they've been through things, A lot of people don't talk about it because you're now grown, and a lot of people keep them all locked up. But I always talk about stuff, I don't hide things from my fans. And young women and grown people are always out there, who has been through things, and I just want to give back. Also, I love kids, and I don't have kids. I have like 4 miscarriages, but I adopt 3 children. They're all grown up now, and I just want to, I've been giving every day, but I don't want to do it like just giving every day, driving out and giving 100,000 Jamaican dollars or 1,000 US or 2. You just want to do something more that will last I want to open school, like build a school from scratch. I want to build a clinic from scratch. I want to have a place where women can come to learn a trade, to do some sewing or, computer, whatever it is. And if they don't have anywhere to sleep, they could sleep there and spend, say, 2 months there or 3 months, and then after learning a trade, they can move on to getting a job and renting their own place, a safe haven, for abused women and children.
That's amazing. It's a lot harder for Caribbean artists to kind of make it out there. How did you manage to do that? And did you always know that you wanted to sing and make music?
Yes, I grew up in church, really. My dad used to take us to church every Sunday, every Saturday. Yeah, we were Seventh-day Adventists, and my dad got all of us baptized. But when my dad got baptized, it must be for some reason, the church is going to give him something. They promised him something, so he just baptized all his children. I used to go up on the altar every Saturday, and I would sing, and people used to tell me how good I was. Then I was living also close to the dance hall. There was a dance hall very close to my house. So when my dad and my mom go night fishing, my older sister, who is from my mom's side, or one of her second child, not my dad's child, she used to put us through the window and pull us through the window and take us to the dance hall. So we used to look, we looked through the zinc fence and see where our grandma was dancing up a storm. And when she finished dancing, the men would throw my grandma up in the air because he's so good. And that was how I became, I'm like, whoa, this is nice. I start making up songs. Whenever my dad sent me to the shop, like the store, I would make up songs and still remember 3 weeks after, and I didn't write it on paper. So I realized that I have this talent, and I'm like, wow, I'm going to be a DJ one day. We call it DJ, but more like a rapper you would call it. And that's how I start singing for people on the streets, and people would stop me to sing for them, and they'd tell me how good I was, and I had some older friends who used to make rhythms like they like you would buy a bucket of paint, but we call it paint pan, the paint pan, and they would beat it with sticks and make the beat while I DJ, I sing,
Wow.
And I went to Kingston, because we were going back and forth from Kingston to Jamaica to Galena, because my dad, every time he fight my mom or he beats my mom, she ran away. So he would take us up and take us to Kingston, and then we would come back from Kingston and go back and, and all these things. So then I decided to stay there and get into the music the right way, because I used to go on sound system in my parish, all over the other parishes. I would go on the truck with the boys. But after a while, I started wearing boy clothes because I didn't want the attention, from the guys. So I would climb up on the truck. I would wear my hat. I would trim my hair, and I cut my pants like a boy. And I just started rolling like this gangster,
Were you afraid to get? Why were you afraid to get the attention from the guys?
When I was in Kingston, I've been through things where I've been raped, I don't hide that from my people. And I just, I was very sexy, I was this sexy girl who liked to wear, certain nice, sexy little shorts and stuff. So I started covering myself, because I just want to get in this music and just get where I want to go without the attention, And after a while, though, I remember I can find some pictures of me dressed like a boy on the stage, and I'm in a act and all these things. But after a while, I just start wearing, dressing back to my normal sexy, and say I'm going to use sex and just get the attention.
And that's what the people love it.
Yeah, I'm going on a tunnel right now. If you get cut off, I'm going to call you back. But I'm going on. But it's okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're talking.
If you you were speaking on your father.
Mm-hmm.
Do you actually still keep in contact with him? Is everything okay?
My heart. You see this heart that I have?
Yeah.
If you know me, I am so soft. I'm such a lovey-dovey person. I love hard. And I remember one time my mom ran away Sometimes she would grab who she could grab and run with some of the kids, and she would leave some, and she'd grab everybody. And I remember one day she was leaving and she was grabbing everybody. And in my heart, like my heart tells me to stay with my dad. Remember, my dad is the person that beat the hell out of me, like chained me on the tree like a cow, like an animal. Wow. And I still found it in my heart and say, I'm going to stay with him because he must be sad, yeah? And I waited till my mom went away and I know, okay, they're far away now. I could go and tell him. So I walked down the road like a mile down the road. I waited for them to take the bus and everything and leave. And then I go and say, Daddy, Mom, Mama, we call her Mama. Mama and everybody gone. They leave.
Wow.
But I spitefully waited for them to go, and then I thought he would react to run her down and run to catch a bus to go to Port Maria. But that day, he said, it's all right, and that's when he paid me a lot of attention, like he buy me cane, because I love cane. So there was a man in the parish who sell cane every evening. And even when he said, I don't have no more money, Marion, don't come back. Go play with your friends. I come back with a whole crew for more cane. So he would have to credit it from the man and give us. And I remember he would cook breadfruit with chicken back. And it was so good, like roast breadfruit and chicken back, And he had a time when he's all right. And the next time when my dad just explode,
Yeah, that sounds cool.
I think maybe you were stressed. You have so many children and you have to work so hard. You do farming, you do fishing, you do painting, and nothing coming together. He used to go on farm work to work in America and pick apples and all these things. And he always say, I'm going to bring you all to America, And he thought like he could come up and it would be easy and whatever and marry somebody and blah, blah. And in the end, he came back to Jamaica when he found out who I was.
Wow.
But he used to come back and forth, but he did some things to me. You have to just read your autobiography.
Yeah.
Never sexually molest his kids though. Never touch one of his child. Never look on one of his child in any sexual way. Yeah. He was just a physical beater. My brothers, my sisters, my mom. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah. I actually hear that there's a movie in the works, possibly, of your life.
Yes. Let me tell you about it.
I'm excited to hear about that.
All right. Okay. A few years ago, I have a friend in Australia, and she have a hotel in Jamaica. She and her partners, and she was in Jamaica, and she have a friend who's into movies. She came from LA, so they came for lunch at my house, Sharia's, that's my country home. And we were there, and I didn't know she do movie or she was into movies, so I was talking about this book I was writing about my life, like 4 years ago. And I was talking about, all this abuse and everything, and I didn't know she was listening, like really listening. And then I got an email when she left, where my friend tagged me on there, and she said, you know what, Lisa? I want to do a movie about Marion's life. I mean, her story blew me away. I cried from Jamaica to LA. That is the effect that her story had on me. I wanted to make a movie. So she been trying to fly me up to LA from that time, but then I didn't want to go. I didn't know if I wanted to do that. And then I went like 2 years after. And I met with her. I noticed she really got some connections because we went to some 5-star, 10-star restaurants and thing. And you're sitting next to the movie stars, reading their scripts and so on. So anyway, they record my life story on a recorder and say they would come to Jamaica to find, a little young girl. I tell them you got to get a red hair one because my natural hair is red. So I always have to rinse it to keep it black because I have a red hair. So they used to call me Ready Boy. And I used to hop all the trucks. I could run down a truck and jump on that truck in a minute. And I would be pulling cane from the truck. We pull cane from the truck and all these things. to eat. I could climb the coconut tree, all these things. So anyway, she no longer works with a movie company. So I asked her to give me back the recording of, my life, which it was not all of the recording because it's so much that it could hold on there.
Right.
So she's mailing it back to me, but I'm now writing. I'm in the process of rewriting this book because
that's great.
Yeah, I wrote it before, but somebody took it.
Oh, wow,
I couldn't
really?
find it. I couldn't find it, but I kind of feel like it's my man at the time. I felt it was too much for him,
Yeah.
I think so, but I don't hide nothing about my past. I think that is I've been in the business for 25 years and people love me unconditionally because I was never fake and never will be fake. You know what I'm saying? And I will, if my story can help a young girl, because I remember one day a young girl called me about to kill herself because she has been raped. And I never talk about this, and I never did talk about my issue of, or anything like that, my experience. And I said, Lord, why me today? Why me? And I remember I dug like deep inside, and the only thing I could find was my experience, and I explained to her about my past and what had happened to me in the ghettos. And I tell her, look at me, I'm here. They didn't break me, And what if you kill yourself, you would never see God's face, because that was what they told us when we were growing up in church. If you take your own life, you wouldn't see Jesus. She said, Miss Hall, I'm already in hell. And I had was to go deeper. And she ended up calling me like some weeks after and said, Miss Hall, it's me. I'm still alive. Yes?
Oh, wow, nice.
So you see? That's your story. A lot of people would be so ashamed of, you're a star now. You're a superstar. So as a celebrity, I'm not going to talk about these things. I'm going to act like, I'm all that. I don't feel pain. And I never, I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't call it on myself. So why not talk about it?
Right.
So I spoke about it, and she said she's alive, and I even wrote a song about it. And I remember one female in the business had a remark like, why did she have to say that? And then all of a sudden, another male artist said he came out saying he's fighting for abused women, and he was with a girl who was raped. And I'm like, oh my God, is this person gonna jump on this like a bandwagon thing?
Well, one thing I think with you, it's a great thing that you came out with your story, because I think it inspired so many other people to say, you know what, if she did it and she's still standing, maybe I really could tell my story to somebody else.
I should have come out saying, I hate sex and I hate men. But I love men and I love sex. And I sang about it, and I don't care. It's what I look at. This may sound stupid to you, but in real life, you would be in a relationship and think, it's good, it's perfect. And when you look, it's like you waste your time. It's like a mistake. I'm like, oh my God, it's a mistake. I shouldn't have been with this man. He's a big mistake. I see whatever was done to me as a mistake. I don't, it's something, I call it a mistake because to keep me going, I say, it's just another man, and it's a mistake. I had sex and I shouldn't, even though it's more powerful than that. But if I'm going to keep it in my brain and have it like this negativity taking me over, oh Lord, this, that, oh, I'm so messed up because of my past, and I'm going to take some pills and kill myself. Hell to the no.
Right.
It's on that person who did me wrong, or that, if it was 1, 2, or 3, they did me wrong. They got to talk to God about that. I got my own thing. yeah? And your children. It will fall on your children and their children and their children. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Right. I have to ask you, what do you think about the artists out today, the Caribbean artists such as Nicki Minaj, Rihanna?
Oh, I love them. I love my girls. I love them. I got the chance to do a song with
Nicki Minaj, right?
Yeah, but we didn't do it in studio like Trina, Nicki Minaj, but we didn't do it in studio. But I know they speak of me. Like Rihanna, she'll put up my pictures and other pictures and say, these are my 4 reggae, top reggae artists. She loves us and things. And I root for my girl. When I go up in her country, when I go to her island, I say from one queen to the other, big up Rihanna, you know what I'm saying? And she can never do no wrong for me, yeah? Nicki Minaj, even Foxy Brown, Foxy and I were very close.
Foxy too, yeah.
Yes, me and Foxy was very close. And I love her. Then Remy Ma and I were still very close, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes I look at Foxy's life and her legacy, and I'm sad about the hearing loss, our hearing loss and things. Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, damn, she was so good. But you never know what life threw at you,
Absolutely. And she's still standing strong, and still keeping it moving. So you have some strong island girls out there. What can you actually say to the ones that actually are on the island right now that's looking up to you, Rihanna and Nicki and Foxy? What can you say? How can they, if they want to,
Let me tell you what I think. A lot of them, what I know of, there's a lot of young women, even in Jamaica, that look up to me. I look out for them all, right? But there comes a time when I'm looking out for you. I'm doing all these things for you, or you push your way into my life, and then you start fighting to be me, and you copy everything I do. I can't breathe and you don't copy my breathing. So
I thought I was the only one.
No.
So it's like, so what happens is like when you actually put your foot forward to help someone, they start trying to step over your team. Yes,
and you can't get a chance to be yourself because, for instance, if there's a show with me, you, and you, and you, and we all doing the same thing, like I'm closing the show, but you going before me, and you so bold-faced that you copying everything I'm doing in front of me. You're doing it before. It's like you're saying, I'm doing it so she can't. When she come up, she gonna be flop because I done use all her styles, And if I'm putting out an album, and I say it's two-sided me, boom, you say you're putting out something. If I'm doing this, you doing this, and then you're running against me so bad. You take my name and you bring my name to mess up my relationship with this person because this person is doing good for me in my career, and then you push yourself and find your way into this person's life, and that person is now your manager, and that person was with me, was my manager, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The whole thing gone upside down. Be yourself, young ladies. Be yourself, find your own you. Because when you find your own you, then you will last. It's like longevity is a powerful thing. I've been in here for how long? Be yourself and do you.
Absolutely.
Don't try to copy if you copy me for a minute, let it go. Because I came out singing like LadySaw, but I didn't come out recording like LadySaw. I just switch in a minute and say, you know what, I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? And I was just a female version. And when you're copying somebody's style, don't disrespect them, because you can't try to break down the root and pull the whole tree out when we, the root, hold the thing together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the cake is so big, we can all get a slice. And you always, you have people trying to break down each other to climb like crabs in a barrel, and they will do anything to sink you. Listen, man, you don't need to do that, ladies. There's a space out there for everybody. And please stop telling us we've been in the game for how long and we should come out now. Age has nothing to do with music. Music is music. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Mary J. Blige has been in there for a minute. She come back right now and she eating it. Right. It took how much years for her to fix her damn body back and this and that? I love this song. Yeah, man.
But I got to definitely say thank you so much for coming on to the show. And you have such an amazing story that is going and I can't wait until the book and the movie. Everyone's going to be so inspired. This is going to be really, really big. I feel it. So your new album, Alter Ego, in stores. I love the record, Me and My Ex. That's the current single, right? Yes, that's my joint.
Some exes have to remain exes, but you have some ex. Sometimes you have a good ex, and something went wrong. You just got to keep going back because you're so good. This one was a special ex, so that's where I'm at right now.
Hilarious.
So, yeah.
How can people contact you?
Well, they act my pages and thing, but I just got back my original Facebook page. My Facebook was LadySaw DH Queen. We just got it back. It was hacked and a lot of foolishness was all over it. Yeah. They have my original Twitter too. So I know I have a Twitter that say The Real LadySaw. That's my Twitter with just 2,700 because I just building up back because I had was to just lock down the other one because they hacked it. So LadySaw DH Queen, that's my fan page on Facebook, and my Twitter is The Real, LadySaw, the real LadySaw. That's
there you have it, guys. LadySaw.
Yeah. And you can see my .org, my foundation, LadySaw Foundation. I just buy the .org. So you can see that will come up soon because we're fixing up everything to put it out there for the foundation. I love you and I thank you very much. Thanks for the support. Buy the album so we could give back to these people. And I'd love to win another Grammy too, huh? Cool.
Oh, yes, of course. That never hurts, right? Thank you so much for being on it. So I would love to have you again.
Big up all the females who are struggling to do them things. Dream on and just stay positive and you'll get there. Okay? Don't beat down nobody to get there. Bye-bye and thank you.
There you have it.